Hey there, welcome to day 154 of our annual challenge, our BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us in some way. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and this segment, this month, the month of June, we are focusing on our relationships. We've talked about the different types of relationships that we can have. We've prioritized them. And today we're going to talk about our core values, specifically with respect to our relationships. What are our core values? What are your core values when it comes to relationships? What things are central to your being and most important to you? The definition of core values is, of course, and we've talked about core values a lot, the guiding beliefs that direct your words and actions. It's your perspective about yourself and others and the world around you. It's the filter through which we see everything are our core values. And they're different for each of us, right? There's a lot of values that people have in common, but how we experience them is unique to us. So the other topic that comes to mind when it comes to core values, and I'll share a bunch of examples of core values with respect to relationships that I found, of course, on the internet. There's the 3 core values of relationships. There's the 4, there's the 5, there's the 9, there's the 12. I'll share those. And then our action item today is just to simply share one core value that you have with respect to relationships. And based on the relationships you've had, what's truly important to you, the good and the bad experiences, will help and have helped to cement what is most important to you. So the other topic that comes up for me whenever we're talking about relationships, in addition to core values, is the topic of morals. Now, morals are not the same as core values, right? Our values and morals are different. Our morals are our compass. They're the line in the sand that we won't go beyond because it doesn't match who we believe we are, our identity. So although having high morals might be a core value, morals itself, just like trust or honesty might be one of your relationship core values. They're not the same. They are an example of a core value, but they're not the same as the overarching topic of core values. If that makes sense. At least that's my experience with them. I can I won't ever let myself deviate from what my morals are, my morals and values. That's that line in the sand I'm not going to cross. So maybe there's a distinction for you, maybe there's not. For me, there's a slight distinction. But let's look at some lists of core values and see what resonates with you. And I'm going to have to figure out what resonates with me. I've done this core value exercise a lot. We've shared different exercises, but basically we just look for a list of core values. We think about what's important to us based on our experiences, our past, what makes us feel good and what makes us feel bad. And then we can identify what are our core beliefs, our core values. We'll talk about relationship beliefs down the line, but today, just what are my core values? And a value, again, is different than a belief, right? A belief is just a thought that either has been linked to strong emotional events or an experience that locked it in for us, or something that we've heard repeatedly over and over and over again, and we've just accepted it, or our subconscious has accepted it as true, and that becomes our reality. We act as if it is true, even if it's an absolute lie. We see examples of that in our own lives all the time, at least I do. So what are some lists of core values? Let's see, what are the 3 core values, and then the 4, actually, yeah, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 9, and the 12. I'll run through these lists because I find it fascinating the way different authors, just like when you read books on a topic, you never want to just read one book on a topic because that is just one other person of billions of people's opinion and experience with that topic. So whenever I'm studying a topic or I'm looking for a solution to a problem or an answer to a question, I don't just go out and read one source. I just don't go Google it on the internet and then take the first answer that comes up as gospel truth. I am going to investigate and look into, do my due diligence, and find out what feels right to me by reading many sources and looking for many sources. Same thing on the internet and core values, anything that we're experiencing. So what are, let's look at the 4 first. Well, 1, 2, I'm not going to do them all because 3, 4, and 5 are pretty much a cross of the same things. The 5 C's, let's do that one. Communication, commitment, compassion, compatibility, and chemistry. That's one person's list. Another one is communication. Communication's on just about everybody's list of what is core and important to a relationship, which is part of why communication is one of our 9 life framework areas now. I added it in 2021 because communication and confidence are basic foundational things to everything else in all the other areas of our life. So we're going to work on communication for a whole month. But communication shows up on, I think, everybody's list. Let me see. Yep, shows up on all the lists. So that's obviously a primary one. And then this other list has communication, compromise, commitment, and trust. Then there's another list that has, again, communication, boundaries, respect. So let's look at the 9 and the 12, because those lists are a little bit more comprehensive. Communication, respect, trust, honesty, loyalty, empathy, happiness, forgiveness, and lifestyle. That one was a little different than the 12. The 12 is communication. I'll have to come back to it because I can't read it. Consent, trust, honesty, independence, equality, support, responsibility, healthy conflict, safety, fun, and I cannot read it. Something area, that's not right. Boundaries. Wow, my writing is terrible. Boundaries, so having healthy boundaries. That one feels to me like the 2022 woke version of a list, but what is central and most important to you? I don't think personally that equality is one of my core values, because I think equality, like average, is a lie. It's not a reality for the vast majority of us. Nobody is exactly normal or average, right? We're all different. Nobody is equal. We're all of equal value when it comes to our human beingness. We're all infinitely valuable when it comes to that. But what we contribute to the world, what we create with our lives is different. And what we put out into the world is what we get back from the world. And so equality to me, yeah, it sounds good on paper, but I don't know that it is a reality or part of my reality, because I don't think, in my experience, that everyone performs equally, that everybody should be treated equally, right? We've seen how that works out in socialism and communism and things. So my opinion, it doesn't matter what my opinion is. It matters what feels right to you and what is right to you. So what are we going to do today? We're going to share one core value in the comments below. Mine, for pretty much everything, is always love, but I think I'm going to probably pick communication today, although I know we're talking about communication for the entire month of, I don't remember what, I think it's probably August or September, but I don't know. I'd have to look at my calendar, which is not here right now. So I would say communication, but I would also say another really big one for me is trustworthiness. And I know that if I am trustworthy, that creates honesty and trust in a relationship. And I expect, and is important to me for a lot of my personal experience reasons, that the other person is honest and trustworthy as well, right? No matter what the relationship is, whether it's romantic, whether it's friendship, whether it's family, whether it's romantic or sexual relationships, I think both parties need to be honest and trustworthy. Now, to me, trust and honesty are a little bit different, right? You can be honest, but not be cruel. You can be honest and be kind, and maybe you don't say everything that pops into your head when you're in a relationship because it's just your opinion, and maybe it doesn't matter in the situation. That, I guess, falls into the category of communication. But, to me, so communication is mine, and trustworthiness, I think trustworthiness, or, being true to who you are, being who you are. So I'll think about that too, just like we all will, as our action today. And then I will be with you tomorrow with another relationship well-being related topic. We're going to hit the SOAP framework next week, just to give you a heads up of kind of what the month is going to look like. I don't have my calendar, so otherwise I'd give a quick summary, but we'll do the SOAP framework. So Monday we'll talk about what are the different, I don't know what Monday is. Tuesday we'll pick it. Monday we'll pick a topic. Tuesday we'll go into the S, Wednesday O, Thursday A, and Friday P. That's kind of been the the structure that's worked pretty well so far. So it's usually the second or third week that we pop into the soap framework, depending on the topic, and how many other topics I feel like talking about before we actually get to the, how do I deal with this, whatever it is for me, and how do I make sure that I'm installing a process to deal with changes and challenges, which hit us all the time, in a way that guarantees always have the best results. All right. Have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.